diesel filters, aircon filters, diesel pumps, steering pumps, turbochargers, engine overhaul gaskets, suspension parts, and body parts. If they don't have parts you're looking for, they can order within 5 to 10 working days. To top it up, Shuma Auto Parts also supply Maxxis tires and CST tires.
Really? But where are they found?
They are found on Chandram Sonda Road, Cruiser Auto Workshop in Lusaka. Call on 0979 192057 and 0960 747235. Email shumaautoparts@gmail.com. Shuma Auto Parts for all your genuine vehicle parts.
The happy world of 5FM Radio, your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM main news. The headlines. Cabinet approves the construction of the Zimbabwe-Zambia finished product pipeline. Ministry of Health completes a vaccination campaign in Lusaka district. Top figure in Ethiopia's steps down. This main news bulletin is also streaming live on the 5 YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, Mutavi. Cabinet has approved the construction of the Zimbabwe-Zambia finished product pipeline and the Mozambique-Zambia multi-product petroleum products pipeline by the private sector. This is aimed at ensuring security of supply of petroleum products at affordable prices going forward. Speaking during a media briefing today, Chief Government Spokesperson Cornelius Mwetwa says Cabinet is aware that as the country's population continues to urbanize and industries expand, the reliance on petroleum-based energy sources for transportation, manufacturing, and power generation has become increasingly pronounced, hence the need to accordingly plan for the future. Mr. Mwetwa says Zambia heavily relies on imported petroleum products to meet the diverse energy needs of its population and industries, and as such, the country's economy is highly susceptible to fluctuations in international oil prices and exchange rates. Mr. Mwetwa, who is also Minister of Media and Information, also revealed that Cabinet approved the domestication of the Arms Trade Treaty. The first Cabinet meeting in the year 2024, which was held on Monday this week at State House to deliberate on policy and legislative matters that are supposed to facilitate socio-economic development for the good of the people, was chaired by President Hakainde Hichilema.
In foregoing, Cabinet approved the construction of the Zimbabwe-Zambia finished product pipeline and the Mozambique-Zambia multi-product petroleum products pipeline by the private sector in order to ensure security of supply of petroleum products at affordable prices going forward.
Further, the minister also revealed that Cabinet approved economic measures which will reduce the cost of production for local manufacturing companies in steel, mining equipment, and spares, so as to make companies investing in these areas more economically viable and competitive. Mr. Mwetwa says this is in order to facilitate production in the country through private sector participation, and therefore it is envisaged that these measures will attract private sector participation and ensure quality investment.
In order to facilitate production in the country Cabinet also approved economic measures which will reduce the cost of production for local manufacturing companies in steel, equipment, and spares, so as to make companies investing in these areas more economically viable and competitive. It is envisaged that these measures will attract private sector participation and ensure quality investment in steel and mining equipment and spares manufacturing, stimulate economic growth, and further supplement national efforts to position the country as a manufacturing hub for the region.
The Ministry of Health has completed the vaccination campaign in Osaka district with over 1.8 million individuals in hotspots areas vaccinated in the last 8 days, with mop-ups in some of the surrounding districts. And Minister in charge, Sylvia Masebo, says 11 lives were lost in the wars, which includes 2 children under 5 years. Ms. Masebo says that the country has in the past 24 hours recorded 397 new cases and discharged 417 patients from the various treatment centers. She said currently 674 patients are in admission. This is lower than the 794 patients admitted yesterday and 803 on Wednesday this week.
Today, we want to take another step, fight this cholera outbreak using the community front. You recall that yesterday we were in Matero, where we engaged with the communities. Today, we are here in Bandevu constituency. Tomorrow we'll be in Kanyama constituency, and the other day we'll be in Chawama constituency. These are the constituencies where cholera is at the present moment.
The Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency, ZAMSA, has dismissed information circulating in some sections of the media that the mosquito nets are being distributed across the country are hazardous. ZAMSA Senior Manager for Corporate Communications, Bradley Chingove, has assured the public that the mosquito nets being distributed have undergone quality assurance and safety tests to guarantee the safety of the beneficiaries. Mr. Chingove says ZAMSA is dismayed with the motive of the deceitful people peddling misleading information because the long-lasting treated insecticide mosquito nets are aimed at preventing the outbreak of malaria in communities. He says it is therefore worrying that while the government has wrapped up efforts to protect the public from ill-informed elements, have found it prudent to maliciously mislead and discourage the public from using the freely distributed mosquito nets.
Since the commencement of the mass distribution of the mosquito net, the agency has achieved a flawless 100% distribution of over 5.1 million mosquito nets in the Copperbelt, Central and Southern provinces. Lusaka has reached a commendable 60% distribution rate. It is therefore worrying that while the government of the Republic of Zambia has to protect the public from malaria, some ill-informed elements have found it prudent to maliciously mislead and discourage the public from using the freely distributed mosquito net.
The Department of Immigration between 22nd and 24th January 2024 apprehended 80 persons of different nationalities for various immigration offenses countrywide. 36 illegal immigrants were removed from the country, while 5 foreign nationals were refused entry into the country for failing to meet entry requirements. Department Public Relations Officer Namati Shinka further reveals that the Livingstone Regional Immigration Office has also secured the conviction of a Rwandanese couple identified as Rodrigue Umhozi, 33, and Claudine Owabe, 28, for unlawful stay and engaging in business without a permit. Mr. Shinka says that the Livingstone Magistrate Court convicted and sentenced the couple to pay a fine of 3,600 kwacha each, or in default, 9 months simple imprisonment, and the couple will likely face further penalties connected to the illegal manufacturing of liquid soap. Meanwhile, the Chama Immigration Office on 22nd January 2024 secured the conviction of a 38-year-old Malawian bricklayer Isaac Nyirenda for illegal entry and unlawful stay. Further, Mr. Nshinka has disclosed that on some date, the Kapiri Mposhi Immigration Office secured the conviction of a 28-year-old Egyptian national, Muhammad Salah Muhammad of Geita, Tanzania, for entering the country at a place other than a port of entry, contrary to the laws of Zambia. He was convicted and sentenced to pay a fine of 15,000 kwacha, or in default, 9 months simple imprisonment.
When the officers reached the couple's residence, an examination of their passports revealed that they had been staying in Zambia illegally. The officers also discovered that the couple had been manufacturing liquid soap at the residence and quickly engaged the Livingstone City Council, the Drug Enforcement Commission, and the Zambia Police, who rushed to the scene. The Livingstone Magistrate Court convicted and sentenced the couple to pay a fine of 3,600 kwacha each, or in default 9 months simple imprisonment. The couple will likely face further penalties connected to the illegal manufacturing of liquid soap.
The Mpika Town Council has retrieved a fetus which was dumped in a pit latrine in Chitulika compound in Muchinga province. Council Public Relations Officer Mushota Mpundu says a 16-year-old girl of Chitulika compound in Mpika district is alleged to have dumped a baby fetus in a pit latrine. In a statement, Mr. Mpundu says that the council's fire division officers who received a phone call from alert residents rushed to the scene and struggled to retrieve the baby, but later managed to recover it after 2 hours. He explained that according to residents in the area, the child was dumped in a pit latrine about 10 meters away from the Kasama Mpika Road. Mr. Mpundu says upon confirming that the child was lifeless, Mpika police officers later arrested the mother of the child and have since taken her to Michael Chirufyasata Hospital for medical checkup, while the baby fetus to the mortuary awaiting postmortem. The Water Resources Management Authority, WAMA's flood warning system, has indicated the likelihood of severe flooding on the Ruangwa and Chambeshi river systems. The floods will affect Chama, Mambwe, and Chinsali districts. WAMA Acting Director General Misozi Lumpa explains in a statement that the Ruangwa River in Chama and Mambwe districts is currently showing a trigger of a severe follow, which is likely to reach the peak on the 27th of January 2024 and will gradually intensify in severity up to the 30th of January 2024. Mrs. Lumpa says in Chama district, settlements near the Ruangwa River at the Chama Matumbo Road Bridge are likely to be affected, including Molopwe, Lusokazi, and Vilizi villages. She further indicates that in Chinsali district, Lubu River and another unnamed river, both tributaries of the Chambeshi River, are likely to experience severe flooding, which will reach at the peak on the 2nd and 3rd of February 2024, respectively. She has since urged the residents in the vicinities to be on high alert and take precautions. In other stories trending this evening, (111,116) candidates out of the 163,408 who sat for the 2023 Grade 12 examinations have obtained school certificates representing a 68.03% pass rate. The Lusaka City Council has closed down a wine manufacturing company called Ambassador Wine for operating in unsanitary conditions. Stay tuned for business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Zambia Institute for Tourism and Hospitality Studies has announced that it will host the second edition of the Travel, Hospitality and Tourism Education Summit, scheduled for the 15th to the 17th of April 2024. United Nations Tourism Secretary General, His Excellency Mr. Zurab Pololikashvili, is expected to attend the summit, which will attract up to 400 delegates. The announcement was made by the ZITHS Governing Council Chairperson, Ms. Molemwa Mongwa, in Madrid, Spain, during the ongoing Madrid International Tourism Trade Fair, also known as FITA. FITA is the first global meeting point of the year for tourism professionals. Ms. Mongwa said Zambia, as a member country of UN Tourism, in 2023 endorsed the implementation of the UN World Tourism Education Guidelines and is now positioning to be a leader country in industry sector education. She was making a presentation during the 5th FITA Talent Conference, that is a platform designed to amplify the value of talent and training in tourism development.
The event is positioned and is expected to have the presence of the Secretary General of the United Nations World Tourism Organization, who is going to be present in Lusaka, and also driving the agenda around human capital development for the tourism sector. SITS is the institution mandated within the Ministry of Tourism with human capital development, and as such, our mandate is to support the initiatives that are in place by the ministry to improve the competitiveness and the attractiveness of the destination. So Zambia participates.
Ends business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
Ethiopia's long-serving Deputy Prime Minister Demeke Mekonnen is stepping down from his prominent position within the governing Prosperity Party, PP. The announcement was made during the ongoing convention of the PP's Central Committee. Mr. Demeke, who also serves as the country's foreign minister, will also depart from his ministerial position. A local media report says he has been a deputy prime minister since 2012 and as such has been a point of continuity as the country went through political upheavals. He became foreign minister in 2020. Here's a roundup from the BBC for other world news stories.
South Africa welcomed the measures ordered by the court and hailed what it called a decisive victory for the international rule of law and a significant milestone in the search for justice for the Palestinian people. President Cyril Ramaphosa said Israel should obey the ruling, but Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the charge of genocide against Israel was false and outrageous. The court in Kenya has ruled that the country's plan to send police officers to Haiti to support the fight against gang violence there is unconstitutional and can't go ahead. The plan was approved by the UN and by Kenyan MPs. But last year, an opposition politician, Ekuru Aukot, went to court arguing that only the military could be deployed outside the country. The main UN agency in Gaza, UNRWA, has sacked 12 members of staff and ordered an investigation into allegations they may have been involved in the Hamas attack on Israel on October the 7th. In a statement, the agency's head, Philippe Lazzarini, said Israeli officials had supplied the information. In Washington, the State Department said it had temporarily suspended additional funding for UNRWA while investigations were carried out.
In sports news, international tech company Yango has announced the launch of the Yango Anthem contest that will see some Zambian football fans winning an all-expenses paid dinner experience to watch the final match. Through the Yango Anthem contest, Zambian fans will showcase their passion for African football through a video set to the catchy Ya Go song done by artists Shadow Chris and Paulo Chacao. The competition offers fans the chance to win tickets for themselves and 5 friends to watch the finals on February 11th at the Black Lounge at Twin Palm Mall in Lusaka. Yango country manager Kabanda Chewe added that in a unique move to appreciate its drivers, Yango would treat some of them to an all-expenses-paid dinner during the AFCON finals. Ms. Chewe said Yango believes in creating experiences that go beyond the transportation, saying through these initiatives, Yango aims to celebrate the spirit of football, engage with its valued drivers, and connect with a vibrant community of fans in Zambia.
We believe in creating experiences that go beyond transportation. Through these initiatives, we aim to celebrate the spirit of football, engage with our valued drivers, and connect with a vibrant community of fans in Zambia.
Here now is the evening weather report. Stay tuned.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
The evening will be partly cloudy, slightly windy and mild with isolated rainfall. Ends the weather evening report brought to you by Class Econ.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
The weather report brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, a recap of the top stories. Cabinet approves the construction of the Zimbabwe-Zambia finished product pipeline. Ministry of Health completes a vaccination campaign in Lusaka district. Top figure in Ethiopia's governing party steps down. For more news, follow us on Facebook at 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the Happy World of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. I'm Hebet Mutabi.